When you wake up in the morning, you don't have thoughts raging, but your habit of thought sometimes carries you somewhere else. And so listen to yourself arguing for your limitation. Yes, Abraham, when I wake up, my thoughts are raging. No, they're not. Yes, they are. 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 All right, have it your way. Have a stubborn, miserable day. Let's just lay this out in a really logical way. If thinking about what I want attracts what I want, and thinking about what I don't want attracts what I don't want, which do you choose? Thinking about what I want. If thinking about what I want feels good because it harmonizes with my inner being, and thinking about its absence feels bad because it doesn't harmonize with my inner being, then I know I want to think about what I want. We're not really right now with you wanting to talk too much about preparation. That's how you got so stubborn. We want you to sneak up on yourself. First thing in the morning before you realize it's you. And sit to meditate and find out who you really are just for a minute. And then come out of it feeling so much better than you usually feel, and in the vicinity of more good feeling thoughts. And if you do that consistently, you will discover your power. So what makes you want to defend what is? What makes you argue for your limitations? We were teasing you, but we meant it. Let's let you off the hook right now. You're not really holding stubbornly to a belief that doesn't serve you. Law of attraction is dishing out to you what you usually think. You're in the receptive mode of that. You're in the receptive mode of what you usually think, you see. So how are you going to think differently? Well, you could stand by somebody who knows how it works, and every time you do it, someone could tease you about it or climb your tree about it or correct you about it. But you know what would happen under those conditions? You would just become more defensive. You would just become more sure. You've had enough people in your life trying to guide your thinking and help you know that's how you got stubborn. This is my life. I'm going to live my life. Don't tell me what to do. Don't try to create my reality. I want to create my reality. But in the process, you see, when you get defensive, when you are justifying or defending, if you feel like you have to defend yourself against something, you make that something bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because you create your own reality. And you know why you do it? Because if I can create something big and bad and I can overcome it, then I'll be good. If I can defeat the badness, then I will be the goodness. But what if your way, what if those battles that you are accustomed to fighting with others, what if now you've got that battle fighting going on between you and you? Think about that. If you're used to defending yourself against others and what they think or what they want you to do, then isn't it logical that you would develop a pattern where you would sort of contradict your own desires? I want that, but it's not practical. I want that, but that's not really reasonable. And I want that, but is that spiritual, or is that prudent, or is that acceptable? You fight this battle with yourself unnecessarily. But when you quiet your mind, there's no battle because there's just the inner you. Hear this. When you go to sleep, there's just the inner you. But this part of you is ready to wake up and be like you were before you went to sleep. But when you meditate, there's just the inner you. But during meditation, the physical you joined the inner you. Can you feel the difference? When you meditate, your vibration rises. So, have you ever worked with someone who just goes through the motions? They're pretending to wash the dishes, but nothing ever gets clean. They said they made the bed, but when you looked at it, it wasn't made. In other words, they're just going through the motions, not wanting to accomplish something. Well, that's not who you are. You want to accomplish something. So do you want to accomplish meditation? Do you understand what accomplishing meditation means? It means quieting your mind. It means giving yourself in your physical body access to the vibration of your inner mind. If I can't control my thought once I get into a thought, because law of attraction is going to keep perpetuating the thought I'm in, And if I am incapable of quieting my mind, then is there any way that I can ever be a deliberate creator? Sadly, no. If none of these things work for you, then you will never be able to be a deliberate creator. Now, we know that you can do it, but if you don't know that you can do it, then you can't do it. So here we have finally found the unanswerable question. There's no hope. That's what a stubborn person will bring you. No hope. I'm so sure that I can't do this that I will not let myself do this. We're playing with you a little bit, but do you really believe that you can't quiet your mind? You have a lot of power, and we're playing with you a little bit. You are also creative. Abraham, am I not utilizing the effective utilization of my mind because something else was meant to be? No, you're just lazy. Abraham, am I afraid that I'll get what I really want? No, you're just lazy. Abraham, is it possible for me to have anything that I want? Yes, but you have to let it in. Abraham, am I able to let it in? Yes, but you have to sneak up on yourself because you're not in the habit of letting it in.